Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be James's 18-month update. I thought I'd let him know how you were getting on. He turned 18 months, what, a couple of days ago? And look at that cheeky face. You're not getting that camera. You're not getting that camera. You want that? I'm not going to try and do this with him. I'll just let him play. And he does not sit. We've got the drama that normally has like a comforter, sort of this style of thing, but they were really messy. He's got 3 of them, and 2 of them were, in fact 3 of them are actually messy, but 2 of them were like really bad, the 2 that he uses all the time. So I put them in the wash, and I'm just like, is it not finished yet? Hurry up. But he won't take the 3rd one. I got the 3rd one recently, but no, he won't take it, so it's an absolute nightmare. So yeah, I'm just like, hurry up, wash your machine, because they're not really, like, when I take it out it won't be too wet. So yeah, thought I'd give you a little insight on how he's getting on. As you can see, he is very tall. He is just about 97-98 centimeters, so so just about topping the 100 centimeters. His sister's about 114, so he's not far off his sister. Up to about her shoulder, comes up to about here, possibly even just over. So he's not a million miles away from her. I think at some point over the next year he might actually overtake her, and that's scary because she's tall. He's into 2 to 3. He's just sort of coming into that 2 to 3 age clothes. Because he is quite, like, he's tall but he's really slender, like there's nothing on him. A lot of the clothes can be quite bulky or like big, so he's still kind of hovering between 1.5 to 2 to 2 to 3. Through the house, it's just, you cannot take your eyes off him. So yeah, weight wise, I did weigh him. He was 2 stone 4 ounces, so he is like, I'm not sure on weight, but in height centile he is completely off the chart. Like, he's over 100 centimeters centile, so he's gonna be very tall. My dad is 6'4", so we think he's probably gonna be near that, maybe if not just slightly less. I think one of my brothers is 6 foot, one of my brothers is 6'2", and then my dad is 6'4", so we're thinking definitely over 6 feet anyway, and which means he's gonna be much taller than Craig, because Craig is 5'9", so probably at some point he will be taller than his dad. I'll start with sleeping, because obviously that's the main thing what everyone wants to ask, and to be quite honest, his sleeping is terrible, absolutely awful. I would say before Christmas he was getting up early, but he was sleeping pretty much through the night. You had the odd 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 nights where he might be up once or twice or things like that. But since after Christmas, I would say his sleeping has been awful. I think it's a mixture of lockdown, being the fact that and the lockdown and the weather, and the fact that he's not getting out. We're not going to people's houses, we're not doing things, he's not seeing people, he's not interacting. Therefore we're literally just in the house. Plus with the weather we weren't getting out much. Some days we weren't getting out at all, so it was literally like he was stuck in like this house. And you know, he's a toddler, he's wanting to be investigating and looking at things and learning, and it's just not what he was getting. So I think since then, but you have to come and sit down. His sleeping has just been awful, and we think he is now in a 18 months sleep regression, which I don't really remember Olivia being that bad. Maybe at 18 months, and I certainly don't remember crazy sleep regressions, but he is just awful. He's not like up during the night, but there's like times where he will be awake like 2 or 3 times a night, so you have to go and put him down. So like there's times when he'll maybe waking up 1 or 2 times. You can give him his clutie, put him back down, might put on, like, we've got a little musical bunny that kind of helps him go back to sleep, and that's fine. There is times where he will wake up and he just won't go back down. So the annoying thing is we have this camera, so he shakes it basically, and it's not really the type of camera that I can get it. Well, I can get it to sit in somewhere else, but it's not a very good view. This is like an over the view cot, so it's perfect. You can see the whole cot, you know where he's at, there's no issues. So I don't really want to take it off 100%. So what I do is I'll give him maybe once, because obviously, as I say, sometimes he will just fall back asleep. But if he like gets straight back up and he's back shuggling the camera, I can take it down and put it on a seat. So I don't mind that now and again. But generally, if he starts that, you know that he's just not going to go to sleep right away. So he tends to like, he'll maybe go down for 10 minutes, he'll lie, and then he wakes up, and then you put him back down, he wakes up, and then he's in crying. But he's the type of baby that the more you go in and sort of like be there, and it distracts him. So sometimes you just have to and I know you have to let him cry out, and I know a lot of people might not agree with that, but it genuinely, sometimes 10 minutes he'll cry, and then eventually he will go down. But because he'll like go down, lie 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then he's back up, you put him down, lie 10, do you know what I mean? This can go on for like an hour at a time. So yeah, because it obviously goes on for quite a while, it can mean like hours at a time where I'm not getting any sleep, so I'm exhausted. But also he's still waking up early, he's still getting up, I would say 5:30. We had a couple of nights where it was like 4, 4:30, which were awful, and he just wouldn't go back down. I used to be able to take Olivia into our bed and she would fall asleep no problem, which I didn't have any issue doing. If it was like once in a while, he will not come in our bed and sleep. He'll lie and lie and lie, and then he rolls about, and then he giggles, and then he just doesn't fall asleep. It doesn't. Oh, it's just, I have seen him doing it maybe 2 or 3 times, but that's it. I stopped taking him out the bed now, because it just generally means we're not going to get any sleep. You've just got to try and get him to sleep in the cot. In fact, I've actually seen him where he'll lie for hours, like an hour or so in our bed, won't fall asleep, and then it's like, right, I'm going to put you in your bed, and you'll fall asleep. So as I say, it's almost like if we're there, he is just too distracted, too wanting to play, wanting to watch TV or something like that. So no, we don't do that. So yeah, sleeping. So I really hope this 18-month regression will go soon. He'll get a bit better, and hopefully now that the weather's better, we are getting out more, we're walking more, and he will maybe just kind of get into a better sleep pattern. Fingers crossed. What else can I cross? So eating wise, he's still taking milk, but he's on sippy cups. He has his 1 sippy cup in the morning and 1 sippy cup at night, and then his meals in the day, and like 2 snacks. He's a bit of a funny eater. Like Olivia I know I keep like comparing the two, but this is like my experience. So Olivia would have, I think, eaten everything up till about 18 months. She wouldn't have had an issue. I think from about 1 year he did that, and then there's some days where like he'll eat something and he'll eat it no problem. There's other days he'll maybe have a couple of spoons and then he's not interested, and it's like, doesn't matter how much convincing or like like come on eat, he's not going to eat it. There's times where he just flat out refuses. There's times where it's just like, it's so up and down. It's not like, right, I'm eating it or I'm not eating it. It's like, I might eat it or I won't eat. He's taken to tomato sauce, which is not the best, but we do take the non-sugar one or the low sugar one. So he will sometimes eat it with that. But it's like, again, I'll take a couple of spoons without tomato sauce, and then I'll put tomato sauce on, and he'll take another couple of spoons, and then that's it. Or he wants more sauce, and I'm like, no. I think he'd happily just eat tomato sauce. So it's just, honestly, it's hard work between sleeping and eating and everything else. I don't know if it's a second child thing or a second boy thing, but he's definitely hard work, are you? Yeah. Getting tired. What else? So I think that's kind of eating. As I say, he does eat not too bad. When he does eat and he likes something, he will eat it. He's gone a little bit off of sandwiches, so I need to try and figure out something for his lunches at the moment because I'm kind of struggling with that. So yeah, that is eating. He loves snacks. I think he would snack all day. He seems like a grazer. But I do try and curb it. Obviously, he's going to try and climb up here. He likes to climb. Here you go. I'm watching. We're watching. Are you going to go in? What do you want? There's nothing up there for you. Just close. You can't do it. He's just being stiff. Oh, his camera's on him. So I'll go into development wise. I'll keep an eye on him. He's just a rascal. Here we go. What you doing? So development wise, as you can see, he is walking. He started walking about 14 months, I think. It was just around October time, Halloween. He came on. It was ages. And obviously he has recently started climbing. He can climb loads more, which is something I never experienced with Olivia. She was never like, she would have climbed up on the sofa, but not like that. Not climbing into things, not climbing on units. He actually just like scares me. There's a couple of times I've walked, like, you know, you go out, he's been fine, you leave him, and then you go out and you come back and he was standing on the toilet. He was standing on his sister's bedroom window, like the windowsill. I'm like, oh my god. I'm just waiting for the crib. I seem to remember changing Olivia's bed about 18 months, I think. No, maybe maybe like 20 months, something like that, I think. But I won't be doing it to him until he's ready, because he would be in and out the bed like anything. I put the bed guard on her bed and she hardly came out at all. She was really good. He would be standing at the bottom of bed jumping on it or something. So yeah, no bed will be taken off until I deem it okay, or he does start climbing. But he's funny with heights. Like, he loves to climb, but there was a point where, and he still does it sometimes, like if he gets up onto something and then he sort of, it's almost like he's scared of falling rather than being scared of heights, because he doesn't mind like going up, and like he can sit and play as long as he feels like he's secure, he's okay playing. But there's times where I've found him and he's literally like you can hear him like and you go through and he's standing up and he's just like standing there like, and he's sweating, like, so he must have like a fear of falling, which is actually something I've got. So I don't know, but there's definitely something where he can get really scared, and as I say, he's like sweating because he's obviously so scared. It's strange. But yeah, he's not like speaking. I would say the one word he does have that has probably been the longest is hiya. He does occasionally, very occasionally say mama, and we have heard da 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 da. He will do that. But he's not like speaking. He's not really any words. Which, you know, like Olivia was slow, and I had like I remember the childminder. I remember the health visitor saying, oh well, you know, you've got to watch, and that was at like 15 months. And he's got even less words than what she had then. So, you know, there's always that, oh well, you know, but he does very much understand what you're saying. He communicates, he'll point to things, you know, you can tell him to shut a door, he'll shut a door. He very much understands what's going on. In fact, I actually think he's quite clever. His sister was the same, and I think he's going to be quite sharp. He's it's definitely clever, so that is good. But in terms of like speaking, I have noticed recently, I would say like a month past, I noticed like a few weeks back, I thought, do you know what, he's actually starting to babble more, like really like babble, speak to you, not speak, but you know what I mean, like really babbling more, and like pointing out things and babbling, and I could just see there was like a progression. Now I definitely think he is starting to kind of come out with words, but not like, so the one word we noticed, he said all done, and I was out with my mum at the time walking, and she said, I'm sure he said all done. And I thought it sounded like that as well. And he actually yesterday or a couple of days ago handed me an empty bag he'd had with like biscuits in it, and he went all done. Now it's not all done in the sense of all done. It's more like the sort of like all done. So you can kind of get the sort of like high pitched, you know, you can hear the sort of like, so he's getting there. So it's not 100% all done. It's more like all done, so you can kind of get the highs and lows of the actual words. He did the same yesterday, but we're out a walk and I was speaking about the birds being high in the sky, and I was going high in the sky, high in the sky, and it was the same. It was like high in the sky. So it's not like, yeah, look, high in the sky. You say it. Say high in the sky. No, but it's definitely coming. So fingers crossed, as he progresses, he might come a little bit more. My mum said I was quite slow at speaking, but then once I started, you know, I didn't stop. And Olivia was kind of the same. I mean, obviously she was a bit more progressed than he was by now, but she was like a late speaker, and once she started, she didn't stop. So I have no worries, and as I say, he does understand everything, so it will come. I have read a lot about, like, especially boys, don't start speaking till they're 18 months. He's very much a mover, walking, climbing, crawling, you know, he's mastered all of that now, so I suppose it's like, right, well, I better go and start speaking. He is very much into cars. He loves cars and toys and moving. He likes blocks and things. I was gonna maybe try and get that. I saw, what was it, Emily Norris has like the magnetic blocks. I thought you would quite like them, so I might get that for him. He likes football. He loves Paddington, Fireman Sam, Paw Patrol, all that sort of stuff. He really loves all that. He's not really taken to Mickey Mouse like Olivia just loved Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I wouldn't say it's his favourite. He definitely loves Paddington. That's probably his one favourite. So yeah, that's you. You're just coming on very well. He's just a cheeky boy. He is just into everything. Like, you know, like you say, oh, he's into everything. He is into everything. Like, you cannot turn your back and he will be into something that he shouldn't be doing. Spilling out porridge oats, spilling his juice. Just a couple of times I've caught him spilling out water onto the laptop. Thankfully, all the laptops were down at the time, but like, he'll get a juice cup and just spill it. I know, you're getting tired. Yeah, we're gonna go for a little walk. Definitely near nap time. I did forget to say, he is still taking a nap. He naps for maybe an hour, couple of hours, but you're dancing. Look at that. See when the tongue's out? You just know he's up to mischief. You just know you're up to mischief. Yes. He's definitely needed a haircut. Thank goodness when these hairdressers open, because you're desperate for one. It's getting so thick, especially at the back. I think that's kind of everything. He's got quite a lot of teeth. He's got some at the back. I've no idea how much. He will. I haven't looked into his mouth in a long time. He just will not let me anywhere near it. So I don't really annoy him with it. But he has quite a lot. I think most of his teeth are in. I don't think there's much more to go. A few maybe at the back. But yeah, he's just a little character, but he's fun loving as well. He loves cuddles and kisses, and he loves his sister. He gets on really well with her. They'll happily sit. I mean, they have their little arguments, but nothing major. Yeah, no, he's coming on really well. I can't actually believe he's 18 months. It's been a crazy year, and I feel sorry that he hasn't had the interaction with people that he really needs, or, you know, that he deserves. You know, he's got lots of cousins, he's got lots of friends, especially boyfriends, especially friends who are boys, so it would have been good for him to have that interaction with them. But hopefully after the summer we can maybe start to get him back to a bit normal. He's never been a soft play, so it would be good to get him to a soft play. That's kind of the problem with lockdown, and I feel sorry for him in the sense that because he is into everything, we have to like contain him. So very much often we'll be in the living room and I'll have something over the door because he can open all the doors, to stop him getting out. And it must be a hard existence to sort of like stay in this four walls and not get out and things like that. So I feel sorry for him in that sense. I really hope that at some point things will improve and we'll get out soon. I think we're tired. I'm gonna go for a little walk. We'll go for a walk. You get your shoes. Where's your shoes? You get your shoes. I think we'll just go for a sleep there. Look at you. Just a cheeky face. No! He does not like hearing no. He has to have his own way. You're a stubborn wee manny. You're a stubborn wee manny. You're tickly. But I think that is everything. I'm going to finish this off. This video has taken far longer to finish than I thought it would. Yes! I think I haven't missed anything out. If you've got any questions, put it in the down bar below, and I will keep you posted. But yeah, that's him, 18 months, getting a big boy. So yeah, hope you liked this vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you the next time. Bye bye.